And we are live. Happy Memorial Day, everybody. Hope everybody's having a great day off. I didn't have the day off. I actually worked today. But Melissa finally had a day off. Hooray. She needs a day off. But welcome back, everybody. Hope everybody's having a great Monday. Thank you all for being here. We are excited. This is going to be a fun one, I think, to be honest with you. I can't wait to see what everybody's opinions is on this ride. And, of course, the ride is
Alien Swirling Saucer.
Yeah, we all leave the acronym out of it for now. But we're going to talk about the other ride, one of the 3 rides in all of Toy Story Land, which is really neat that it has 3 rides in that little land. It's got 3 of them.
That's true.
And yet we're going to talk about it today. But before we do that, quick mousekeeping, then we'll say hi to everybody in the chat, and then we'll get right into it. Of course, Dean over at The Live Place, theliveplace.com. Be sure to check him out. He's got almost 100, I think now we're very close to 100 live streamers Monday through Sunday. He's the TV guide of live streamers. Check him out if you're looking for a stream. And of course, our 2 partner channels are Disney Dan and Steve's World. Steve goes live a little bit later tonight at 8 o'clock for just another Monday night. And of course, he's live with me on Saturdays at 8 for non-sports night right now. And of course, Disney Dan has his Food Fridays and of course, Disney Fiasco. So check them out. We have just hit just over 2,000 subscribers. We're flying by that number. We're really happy about that. Thank you all very much. Thank you to all of our members, who I'm sure we'll shout out in just a second here. And just so you guys know, we did just post a new video today, about 15 minutes before we went live. We were down at Disney Springs, and we checked out a new restaurant. New restaurant for us.
Right.
And
it's not a new restaurant by any means.
Right, but we'll just leave it at that. It's kind of the hook. Go check out that video. It was a lot of fun. But let's say hi to everybody in the chat. One of our members, Russ Stapleton,
Hey,
who
Russ.
says, we have saved his life, and he is eternally grateful.
You have saved our lives.
We are eternally grateful. Timothy Rainwaters is here. James Garcia is here. Another one of our members, James Ryan. James, good to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Rachel loves Disney. What's up, Rachel? Good to see you. Let's see. G. Wilson's in the house. G. Wilson, good to see you. Marshmallow Man's here. What's up, Marshmallow Man? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Another one of our members, Ron and Meredith of the Philly crew. Good to see you guys as well. Let's see.
Rachel, feel better.
Oh, feel better,
She has
Rachel.
another headache today.
Oh, Rachel, we'll
Sorry,
pray for you, dear. Hope you
yeah.
feel better. Chris Phantom Gazer, another one of our members, is here. Chris, good to see you. He says, hi, all. Never ridden this and never will, but wanted to say hi.
Whoa,
We'll talk about it.
Whoa.
Let's see. Who else is here? Tim Pruitt's in the house. Tim, good to see you, buddy. And I think we are up to date. I saw it and commented on it. I love the mask. Oh, Rachel, sure. No problem.
He says he has no interest in puking at Disney again.
Oh.
So, okay.
Well, we'll talk
We'll
about
let that slide then.
Yeah, but we'll talk about it. This is our dream, Angela and Jeff.
Hey.
Welcome in. Good to see you guys. Thanks for being here. Hope everybody's doing well. Let's talk about this ride. First off, I think it's probably of the three in Toy Story Land. Is it the number 3 of the 3? Yeah, I think so. Sure. For Dennis Algazi, good to see you, buddy. It's been a while. Hope you're doing well. He says, hello, Walt and Melissa. Hello to all the Ohana here. I'll just be listening in. It's late for me.
Well, thank you for coming
Yeah, buddy.
in.
Thanks for being here. Appreciate
That
it.
means a lot.
Chris, James says, Chris, can't say I blame you for that, but you are a good chat member. Absolutely, he is, for sure. Tim Pruitt says, hey, and got to switch over to my phone for a few minutes. Can't tag for a while. No problem, Tim.
Glad you're here, Tim.
John's in the house. John
John.
Hazelton. Good to see you, John. Hope you're doing well. Rachel says, never been to Walt Disney World, so I agree with all of Melissa's answers. I'll say this about the ride. I think this ride is fun. I'll put it, we'll start there to start. What about you? Fun?
Oh, yeah. I like this ride a lot. I don't know if you guys have been to a local fair. I guess the closest thing I could compare it to was a ride called the Scrambler that we used to go on, and the arms would swing in and out. It looked like you were sitting in bulldozer buckets almost. Mm-hmm. They would cross over and swing. So that's probably the closest thing I would compare it to other rides.
And you got the Mater's
the
Mater's Junkyard Jamboree out in Disneyland. It's kind of like that. We'll go by queue and then we'll kind of work our way into the ride. The queue itself is it's fun once you kind of get in and underneath a little bit. Other than that, on the outside part, it's just bland. There's a little stuff to look at here and there. The theming's done well, but it's not a great queue by any stretch of the imagination. And one of the big downfalls is it's outside.
It is. A lot of it, most of it's outside in the sun, and it can be really hot if you're out there for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Once you get underneath, it's not so bad, but it can still be pretty toasty.
Yeah, it's going to be toasty the whole time, but Melissa's right. If you're out of the sun, at least you're out of the sun. You're in that shade, and they have some fans here and there.
They do have a water fountain.
Yep.
Inside
which
of
is
the
nice.
queue too. So if you need to refill a water bottle or something like that, there is a water fountain inside the queue. Once you get underneath. So.
Right. James says, "I'll try it. It's a fun ride. I'll try it when I go. It looks like I'll ride that ride. Yeah, you'll like it for sure.
It's fun. It's almost maybe even like the tilt-a-whirl without the spinning.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to say. It's not that bad. I'm sorry, I mean to interrupt.
No, you're fine.
You're right to an extent, but here's what I'll say. Noah, welcome in, buddy. Good to see you.
Day, everybody.
But the queue itself is a lot of fun. It moves pretty quick, and that's a plus and a minus, and I'll tell you what I mean by that in a minute. As for the ride itself, there's two different sides. There's two different sides you can go on. There's the left side and the right side. 9 times out of 10, both sides are going to be open, but there are times when one side will break down, and that'll slow down that queue, right?
Yeah, it's happened before. And Russ says it reminds him of a ride called the Whip, which I can definitely see that, but that one was much faster and longer. I do wish this ride was longer. It's really short.
Right.
It goes really fast.
Right, and that's what I was going to say. When there's a really long line, they don't let you stay on it very long. You're on it for really what seems like 30 seconds, and then you're really off the ride. That was the pros and cons to it. Yes, it moves fast, the line pretty much, but it moves fast because they don't allow you to stay on this ride for that long.
They push you off pretty quick.
And it's too bad because there's plenty of color, there's plenty to look at. The music's fun. They flash the lights. The aliens are there on the front of it, and to be honest with you, it's not that crazy of a spin. It's more like a whip.
Yeah, it is more like
it's more like a one whip.
Spin, which is why I don't mind it as much. I don't know if it will make you sick, Chris. It depends. If it's more the spinning action that makes you feel ill, then I don't think you'll have that issue.
I don't either.
You're not wearing glasses like Star Tours. And
right. Nothing.
You might be okay with this one, and it is pretty quick.
Yeah.
So, I think it's fun. I love when you hear the ooh with the aliens. And
I do too.
Again, like Russ said, I guess I don't really want it to be faster because at least you can take the little kids on this ride. I think if it whipped around too fast, some of the little ones couldn't do it. And Slinky Dog can be a little intense, I think, for little guys. It's intense for me. So,
that's us.
I'm another story altogether.
Russ says the queue reminds him of being in a Fisher-Price toy. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. I think that's 100%. The whole point. They did a great job with the theming here, just like the entire park.
Good attraction, horrible initials.
Yes. Absolutely.
G. Wilson says if the kid wants to go on it and the line is not 30 to 45 minutes, we will do it. There you go.
Yeah, a lot of the times we've been there, we tend to see the wait times around 20 to 25 minutes.
Yep. I agree.
Sometimes it'll be more, but you can tend to go back throughout the day, at least in our experience, and wait till it's a little bit shorter.
Yeah, it just depends. Craig's Robotic, welcome in. Good to see you. Russ says the music's fun. It is.
It is fun. Sometimes
what happens is with this queue, because it's the same thing that happens with some of these other rides in these other lands. We were talking about it the other day with Navi River Journey. The queue for Alien Swirling Saucers will get long because what happens is if somebody can't ride Slinky or if they can't ride Toy Story, then they just funnel down to Alien Swirling Saucers. So it's kind of the overflow from these other rides.
John said, I bet this ride is out of this world.
That it is. No doubt about that. I'm going to get caught up on this chat. Chris says, nothing you said here makes me...
We mentioned that a little bit earlier, that it's basically just a clone of Mater's Junkyard Jamboree in Disney California Adventure. So
yes, and if you
you've
like
done that ride, then you'll be fine on Alien Swirling Saucers.
Is Christine Hickman here? I didn't see her come in.
Oh, I didn't either. Hey, Christine. Yeah, she's right here.
Oh, there she is. Christine, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for being here. But it's a really, really fun ride. It's just fast. Other than that, it's a lot of fun. And, the music's a lot of fun. And they move the lines really, really quick. And you can only get 2 adults in a car. We tried to get 3 one time and they booted me off.
Chris says, my kids also have no interest in this, and even if they did, they don't need me to go with them. I'll just go to Tower of Terror instead. You can do Tower of Terror. You can do it.
Yep. James says he's ridden it only twice. In both instances, I arrived early for a fast pass and used the ride to fill the time. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. This isn't a ride that's oh my gosh, I have to go. It's not a rope drop ride or something like that. It's not a ride like that. But what it is, it's a surprisingly fun ride.
I like this ride a lot.
I do
most
too.
People discredit it, and I think it's fun. But then again, I'm not into the thrill ride, so it's just another fun ride that I can enjoy. And I just think it's a good filler. And to have another ride in the park, I think it's fun. I like it. I think it's a little bit more exciting than just maybe putting some boat ride in there. To be honest, as much as I love with us talking about the Navi River Journey, I prefer this over Navi River, so call me crazy, but I love all the colors and but that ride is just boring. At least this one, while you're on it, it's kind of fun.
Well, I will say this.
I guess is a better word.
Right. I've never gotten off this ride not smiling.
Yeah, we're always laughing.
It always makes us smile. We're always laughing. And if you can get a really good whip, it really makes the ride a lot of fun. Every once in a while, depending upon how your car turns, you might not get that really good whip, but if you do, it can really be funny. Russ says the Christmas overlay is fun too. I have noticed it goes down a lot already. Yeah. It's the only ride in the park for small kids, so it can be popular.
Yeah.
It is. It's one of the only rides for the really, really small kids. I agree 100%. It does seem to go down a lot lately. And we did see the Christmas overlay.
It was fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Depending what side you're on, because they would switch up with the music. One side, they would flip it back and forth, would still get the old music, and another one would get the Christmas music. We were lucky enough to get the Christmas, so that was cool.
Yeah, I agree. Brian, I'll say this. Jennifer will like it. She'll like it a lot. Yep. And Melissa is crazy.
Thanks again, Chris.
I might be too.
You call me crazy in those streets.
I know. He may have.
Like a theme.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
But I want to hear from you guys. So let's get into it a little bit, let's talk wait times. So we'll go wait times. What are you guys going to wait for this ride? Forget Fast Pass. We'll talk about that in a minute. But strictly wait time. What's your threshold for alien swirling saucers? With or without kids? Because we'll ride it just the two of us. We don't have to have little kids with us. Well, we don't have little kids anyway. But we'll ride it just the two of us, wouldn't we?
Oh, yeah. We've done it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. No, I'd probably wait about 20 to 25 would probably be my threshold. I guess it would depend on how much we had going on. But about 25 minutes, I guess.
Russ says you get the best views of Slinky in the XEQ as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you
that
do.
Is true.
Yeah, absolutely you do. For me, I'm with Melissa. I'll wait 20, maybe 30. Maybe 30.
Maybe.
It's more about my impatience than it is about anything else.
Chris will not wait for this ride.
Chris, I'll be honest with you, buddy. I really think it's something. Look, I've done Tower of Terror and I hate it. I'll do it to say I did it. I think you should do it just to say you did it.
Well, Meredith said they noticed that one side is rougher than the other. I think I've heard someone else say that. James says 15 minutes.
Noah said 35.
Noah 35. James Garcia said 30 minutes. Brian says 30 minnows tops.
30 minnows tops.
Meredith and Ron say 30 to 45 minutes if they have nothing else to do. And I know what you mean by that. Like maybe you're waiting for something in the same area.
Yeah.
Maybe you have something going on, getting into Star Wars Land or something like that, and you want to stay close. I know there can be several reasons to want to stay in that area.
Oh, absolutely. So, I mean, you're right next to Galaxy's Edge for one, and plus you got two other e-ticket rides in Toy Story Land. Right. I mean, you've got Toy Story Mania and Slinky Dog in there as well. It's a really great land. As a whole, it's awesome.
Sci-Fi Diner's not too far away,
no.
So maybe if you had a lunch or dinner reservation, you're looking to stay fairly close by.
I agree.
Toy Story Land for sure. Yeah.
Russ says he would skip it unless I have someone to ride with it. The more weight in the car, the better it whips. True too. That is true. I agree. It's just I think it's a ton of fun, and I think it doesn't get a just due. I think Melissa's right. I think a lot of people kind of, I'm not riding that. It's for the little ones. It's actually a lot of fun.
I mean, as far as little kids rides, I enjoy it better than like Dumbo or flying carpets and stuff like that. I think it's a little more exciting, I guess is the word I'm looking for.
Gotcha. Chris says, well, I hear you. However, I can't even ride a carousel without getting nauseous. I ain't getting on this thing.
Yeah, I can understand that. Yeah, my dad's the same way.
Yeah, if that's the case, I think then you're right. Ultimately, it may be something that isn't for you because there is a whip to it, and you do feel that kind of.
Then I don't want to say. If you can't do a carousel.
Yeah, then you can't do this.
I changed my story.
Yeah, but it's still a ton of fun for those who can do it. I do recommend you do it. It's a good way to take a few minutes to relax and have an enjoyable, fun ride. Speed doesn't bother me. Coasters don't bother me. Things that go around throw me out of whack. That makes sense. I understand that. Yeah, absolutely. That makes total sense for sure. Yeah. I don't like a lot of spinning. I mean, ultimately, like when we go on the teacups, if I'm on with Mason, I'll tell Mason, you can't spin it.
No, we don't go on with Mason.
Right. Well, but we have in the past.
Yeah.
But in the past, when we did, I would tell him, you can't spin it, buddy. And he wants to spin it, so he goes alone.
Yeah, now that he's older, he'll go with his brother or go with someone else or go by himself. Yeah. So that way he can spin it into his heart's content because Walt and I will do very little spinning.
Yeah. Oh, we're terrible with it.
Not a fan of that for us either.
Avery's in the house. What's up, Avery? Good to see you, buddy. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. 17 watching and 15 likes. Guys, if you haven't already hit that like button, please do so. We'd appreciate it. I just appreciate y'all being here. Brian says, Melissa, you'd love the queue of Guardians of the Galaxy mission breakout at DCA. Lots of Easter eggs.
And that's where it would stop. The queue.
It would stop at the queue. That's exactly right. Brian, James says, Avery, Cuban America, good to see you. Yep, it is good to see him. Russ says, I think it's good for grandparents too. I was in line with a grandma in her 80s who was apprehensive, but when she got off, she wanted to go again. Yeah,
that would be a good one for. Unless they're ones that have maybe like vertigo or something like that, it might not go over so well.
It's just a good fun ride. Because when we first got on, I was like, okay, it's going to be a spinning ride. It'll be okay. I really enjoyed it. It's just enough. It was fun.
Hey, Amy, welcome in.
Amy, AGC Magic TV. Welcome in, Amy. Good to see you. Chris says, I get dizzy just watching the kids ride the teacups. Yeah, I would too.
It's true.
Amy, it's good to see you. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. But I think it's a lot of fun for sure. it's just, there's only so much you can say about this ride. It's pretty simple. It's definitely for the kids. Fast Pass, now Fast Pass, because we haven't touched on Fast Pass yet. Is this a top 3 Fast Pass in Disney's Hollywood Studios? Now remember, Rise of the Resistance, you got to take that off the table because that's not Fast Pass anyway. You can't use it. It's a virtual queue. So are you going to use a Fast Pass on this ride, Melissa?
No.
No, me either.
Never.
I'm using Slinky. I'm using Toy Story Mania. I'm probably using Rock and Roller Coaster. I'm using maybe Smuggler's Run over this. There's too many other ones. I'm using Runaway Railway over this. There's just way too many for me.
Yeah.
It's fun and the music's fun. It is, for sure. But let me know, guys, what would you do? Fast Pass? How about after you use your first 3, would you use it for number 4?
Maybe. I mean, maybe not 4, but if it was something open later in the day and we had pretty much done everything, just to get ahead in the line, I might do it.
Gotcha. G. Wilson says, no Fast Pass for me. We'll say for Slinky Dog now, would I get a Fast Pass once I use the 3 for the day, if it's available? Yeah, that makes sense. I understand that. Do you mind that it's a recycled ride concept of Mater's? No, I don't mind at all, because we didn't have it. We didn't have it down here. Mater's is in California. We don't have it. Amy says, nope, not anymore. She's not going to use a Fast Pass. Russ says, I ride this while I wait for my Slinky Dog or Mania Fast Pass. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yep. The Philly Crew, nope, no Fast Pass. James says no, and it's not a day 2 pass either. It could be 5th pass if you're in a good day of pass use. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that's true, James.
Yep, Noah says no Fast Pass for him. Amy says maybe if it was still available. Right, no Fast Pass for James. Exactly. It's not a top 3 Fast Pass at all. But if I've used my top 3 and it's there, depending upon what's with it,
yeah,
I'll get a Fast Pass for this.
We make a last-minute decision. We're going over to the park, and we go on, and that's one of the only things there, probably. Because if you can get something quicker, it gives you more time to wait on another ride. Maybe I would, but it definitely wouldn't be a top 3 pick for sure.
Gotcha. Brian says rating Mater a 7. Sauce is probably an 8 or a 9. That's just because of the direct sunlight of Mater. The cover makes a huge difference. I believe that, because you're right. Mater, even the ride itself is out in the sun.
Wow, that stinks.
Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking of.
Usually the temperatures out your way are a lot better than ours too, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, average in California, it's going to be a much nicer day than probably dealing with Florida heat.
Yeah, I don't know.
Toy Story Land is pretty brutal at times.
Yeah, it can be. No shade for that.
It's hot.
It's nice to have that ride undercover, and what's even greater is if it's raining and you're on the ride, you're good. You can't even get a Fast Pass for Mater. How about that? That's pretty interesting. Chris says, if I've used my top 3 and it's there, then I guess I would still ignore it. I bet you would.
Yeah, I think you would too.
Yeah, you probably would. Especially, like you said, if you get sick over it. But, no, it's not a Fast Pass for sure. Unless I absolutely have to. For you, Chris, that makes absolute sense. But I would. I really would. I like it. It's really been, I was just so surprised by it. It just wasn't something I expected. So, there you go. That is Alien Swirling Saucers. It's one of the easiest and most simplest rides to talk about because it's just, there's nothing to it. The queue isn't, there's not much to the queue. There's not much to the ride. And it's pretty straightforward, right?
It is. But I still think it's fun.
Yeah, I'm glad it's there, personally. I think it's there for a reason. I think it is for the little kids, and I think it's perfect. And you're seeing wait times decrease steadily on this ride. It just doesn't. There's just not a ton of wait anymore for this. I remember when Toy Story Land first opened. Now it's when it first opened, but you'd see 50 to 60 minutes for this ride. Easily every single day, and then you started seeing 40, and then you started seeing 30, and that's about where you're at now.
Yeah, probably tops.
Yep, gotcha. All right, guys, so there you go. I do want to say that don't forget this week is a big week at Disney. Lots of news coming up. Say again?
Your rating.
Oh, right, rating. Thank you. I almost forgot. I got to give a rating.
Gave it an 8. So I was like, whoops, we didn't give our rating. Thank you, G. Wilson, for keeping us on top of our game.
There's our rating, 9 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm actually giving it a high rating. Hi, Mary Ellen. Welcome in.
Mary Ellen, welcome in. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. I haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you. I do. I give it a 9. I think this ride is really a lot of fun. It's a great way to I mean, if you're having a bad day, ride this ride. You're going to come off.
Laugh.
It does. It makes you smile. So G. Wilson gives it an 8. Mary Ellen, good to see you. Rating Rice. Sorry, Russ. You're right. Kay Atwood, welcome in. Good to see you as well. That is actually the other problem. I'm not a huge Toy Story fan, so the theme doesn't draw me in either. All right, that makes sense.
Yeah, sure.
B and the girls. Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for being here. James gives it a 6. I totally understand that. Chris is going to abstain.
Abstains instead of giving it a 0.
Thank you, Chris. Appreciate that. 8 out of 10 for Noah. 8 out of 10 for James. Sorry, I give it a 9. No, don't be sorry at all. Well, I give it a 9 too. I think it's much more fun.
Probably much higher than most everybody else. So.
Yep. 8 for Ron and Meredith. I don't know. I just think it's a lot of fun.
Blue Nose.
Blue Nose, welcome in. Chris as well. Good to see you. How you doing, Blue Nose? Good to see you. Happy Memorial Day. Hope everybody's doing well with that. Don't forget the reason for Memorial Day. It's definitely a very important day for sure. Brian says, how about for the holidays with the bonus music? Yeah. Still a 9.
Yeah.
I'm still going to give it a 9. Mm-hmm. I love it, but I'm still going to give it a 9. 7 for me, but only because it's not one to ride by yourself. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Avery gave it a 7.
Avery gave it a 7? Oh, I missed that. I'm sorry, Avery. There you go, buddy.
Jumped a little bit. Brian said 8 or 9.
Yeah.
Hi, Pamela. Welcome in. She gives it a 7 out of 10.
Where's Pam?
Donna, welcome
in. Hey, Donna, welcome
Happy
in.
Memorial Day.
Pamela Hoffman, welcome in. 7 out of 10. Good to see everybody. Donna, good to see you, dear. Another one of our members. Donna, it's great to see you. Hope you're doing well. Wow, everybody's coming in now. Good to see everybody.
Yeah, thanks for popping in and saying hello. And it's literally popping for us because the little chat goes pop, 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 pop.
I'll see if I can turn that down a little bit.
In.
Yes. But it's a good ride. I think it's a really good ride. It's a lot of fun. It's a change of pace from most of what you're going to get in Hollywood Studios. I really think this ride would be a perfect ride over at Magic Kingdom. Mm-hmm. It lends itself more to Magic Kingdom. But Toy Story Land is in Hollywood Studios, so it has to be there.
No, it fits perfectly well, but it would also fit, I guess, like in Tomorrowland.
Mm-hmm.
But put something, could be where Stitch's Great Escape was, something like that. But of course, we have the Buzz Ride already, so it'd be good to have another IP if you have to go with an IP,
right?
For Toy Story Land, so
yeah,
it's good where it's at.
Yep. Donna says Aliens Rolling Saucers is one of my favorites. I always laugh so much on that ride. I give it a 9. Us too.
We were saying that too, Donna. We think it's underappreciated. We always crack up like crazy on it.
We do.
Fun.
I think it's a ton of fun. Swirling Saucers gets an 8 for me. I really, really enjoy it. And that's the thing. I think most people really do enjoy it. I don't hear the pop on my end. Did you fix it, Walt? Yeah, I did. I turned it down so you guys don't have to hear it. All right, let's see. If you guys like Toy Story Land, you'll love Cars Land. Oh, I'm sure.
Incredible. From what I've seen of it online, I cannot wait to see it. It's one of the things I'm really looking forward to, Brian, for sure. Agreed. Me too. All right, guys, here we go. We're going to choose for tomorrow. Melissa's going to pick it. That way y'all can yell at her. All right, here we go for tomorrow. Oh, look at you picking a good one. We're going to Animal Kingdom.
We're going to Animal Kingdom tomorrow for Expedition Everest. Oh, that's going to be a good one. Good one. Oh my gosh, good pick, Melissa.
You're welcome.
I just tell you right now, Everest is going to get a high rating for me. But a few things real fast. Again, tonight the lineup is at usually Triple P goes live at 7. He is not going live tonight. Hopefully everything's good with the family. I know they're expecting very, very soon. So congratulations to them. Hope everything's going well. But we do have Steve at 8. Steve's World at 8. Don't forget, just another Monday night. Meg's at 9 with her show. 10 o'clock is Pepper Tree Village. Check them out. Tomorrow you have Zippity Doo Dah at 6:30. You have Jim at 7:30. We're on at 8. We're going to have a good time. Just news and notes, but we're going to have a lot of stuff to talk about for sure. Be sure to check us out. Wednesday is, of course, the Disney Nerd Herders with just another not quite ready for prime time. D&G Explorers, followed by Disneynet. Thursdays is Ron and Meredith with the Philly Crew. And I'm sure there's tons of others that I have forgotten. I apologize if I've forgotten them, but it's pretty awesome for sure. So there you go, guys. That is it.
Charlie and Stacy, I was just talking to Walt about how I need to go out and find ice cream tonight. That's so funny. I think that's a sign. I was pulling up ice cream near me
She did,
on
actually.
Google before we started the stream, and Walt's like, "What are you doing?"
We're not going.
I want ice cream. So see,
I'm not an ice cream fan.
That is just.
I'm telling you, I know. I think it's a sign.
What did you get?
And James is doing, and Jenna is doing a premiere at 7. There you go. Absolutely.
Nice.
Yep. Jenna from Resort TV 1.
Awesome.
Thank you. But it's good to see everybody. Hope you guys all have a great day. Please go check out our brand new video. We'd love for you to do that. We're down at Disney Springs. Checked out a new restaurant. I had a lot of fun with that video. It's just a lot of editing in it. So if you get a chance, go check it out. I'd appreciate it. Melissa will appreciate it too. But we had a good time. And June 1st, the first of every month, our Around Town series will be back. So all of our members, if you're in the tier 2 or 3, Bibbidi Bobbidi Bunch, Grim Grinning Gang, another one of our Around Town is coming out. We went and picked oranges at our orange group.
Yeah, it was really fun.
So be sure to check that video out as well. Other than that, guys, you guys are all great. We love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you to all of our members, no matter which level you're on. Your generosity and loyalty means the world to us. And to everybody else, we love the fact that you spend time with us. It's just fantastic.
Yeah, this has been a lot of fun. And G. Wilson, thank you. That was awesome. And Chris, not if I bring it back to my house and turn the AC up.
That's true. It's true. That's what we got to do.
Well, have a good rest of your holiday, everybody.
Oh,
and,
thank you.
We will see you to all. Thank you, Kay.
Thanks, Kay. I appreciate that. And guys, until next time, see you tomorrow as we talk about Everest. I can't wait. It's going to be a good one. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other, and we'll talk to you all really, really soon.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.